Good morning, America. So that was Pineal's Mimoel. I don't know how to pronounce it. Awesome, underrated, pretty obscure French not product, project. Think it's a collaboration between the bands Poil and Knee, which I'm both quite a fan of. Well, not a fan of, I guess, but I think they're very cool. So definitely check them out. Let's hope my stream doesn't get copyright struck because of it, but I'm optimistic. So last time I said I don't know if I'm gonna stream any more Vintage Story, but for some reason I feel a sort of need to play it. I can't think of the right word, sorry. Anyway, we have to do more prospecting. Hell yeah, my favorite activity in this game. As you can tell, this is like the third or fourth stream prospecting. They haven't been long streams, to be fair. But still. Oh yeah, my prospecting pick broke. That means I have to make a new one. Let's see here. I mean, I have enough copper, of course. That's not a question. I feel like maybe I could put an album on in the background, but that might be pushing it a little too far for the copyright, even if it is a fairly obscure band that the content ID system isn't probably too aware of. Maybe. I'm a layman when it comes to all this stuff. I'll just be completely frank with you. So wait, can I... Okay, I can put 200. Okay. Let's see here. Result. But I do feel music like that might drive away viewership. Maybe not, but it's hard to be sure. Oh yeah, I have a pear tree cutting here that I picked up last time. Should plant it somewhere where my other fruit tree is here. So I got an interesting idea. 40% survival chance. That's not very good, is it? I had an interesting idea, which is to kind of build a hill or platform for my house. God, this game's soundtrack is such a... gives me such whiplash, it's so jarring after listening to that opening track here. But, yeah, I'm just a bit afraid that playing something copyrighted might have consequences. Dire consequences. I've been playing Barony, so my keybinds are all messed up again. Barony is kind of a fun game, but I feel like the early game gets so repetitive because you die so much in the early game. At least I die a lot, so I'm not good at the game. Like playing alone, it's It's very reset heavy for me at least. I've been finding the most success playing Arcanist or Mage. Berserker has also been pretty good, but the problem is the most dangerous enemies are the mages, and you just even if you have a fairly good shield, if you don't have the magic reflection amulet, it's gonna be rough against mages melee. The most annoying thing with playing a class with like low perception and low appraisal is that looting armor in the early game and looting items is so annoying. You don't know what anything does. Which, I mean, actually, now that I think about it, you usually don't get very good items anyway. But I like knowing what I have, you know? If anyone who's ever played Barony a good bit has any tips, I'd be very happy to hear them, because I'm struggling with that game. It's just a skill issue, but it seems like a bit of a hurdle right now. I mean, Barony's kind of, I think, well known for being pretty hard, even by, like, roguelike standards. I mean, I guess not all roguelikes are very hard. Like, Dead Cells isn't too bad. I thought about playing Dead Cells on stream, but I don't know if I can get back into that game. I'm also really bad at it, so like I can't get past 2 stem cells, boss stem cells. Ah. Anyway, Barony has been a fun game. I got it like a while ago for free on Epic Games, as I think a lot of people have it on there. And yeah, it's very cool. I like the dungeon crawler type games. There was this one horror games demo I played recently, which was like the Labyrinth of the Demon King. That was very cool. It was like Silent Hill plus Kingsfield, which I've played the Kingsfield games a bit, not too much. They're a bit hard to get into, as is usually the case with these old school dungeon crawlers. If you're not familiar with the genre. I should make more pots, shouldn't I? Well, that's not too hard, so you can't have enough storage in this game. In most games, in fact. I watched this YouTuber who I quite enjoy called Neurotic Goose play Vintage Story today. He put out his second video on it, and he was saying how he likes it so much more than Minecraft, newer versions of Minecraft, because he said every item has a purpose, and it feels like the systems there's no fluff. Which, you know, I think that opinion might change when he gets further in. Because many things in this game have literally no purpose and are just time wasters if you don't know what you're doing. Which, I mean, I don't know what I'm doing, but I don't like looking a lot of things up on the wiki. I usually do it only if I get stuck. And this game has a pretty well-built guide, as I've referenced many a times so far. Anyway, if anyone's active in the chat, how's your day going? Or night, or evening, or morning? I suppose I don't know many people who watch streams in the morning. I certainly don't. Being sleepy. It seems like, to me, that kind of seems to be the usual for you, no? Not judging, just noticing a pattern. But it's definitely been the same for me. I worked on some music, which ended up sounding kind of similar to Muse, the intro part at least, but... or the A part I wrote. I had this electric piano riff I thought up yesterday, and I thought, well, I could develop it into something, even if it's not gonna become some sort of serious project. Oh, this is ominous music. I have not heard this track before, at least not that I remember. Ah, it's in a strange time signature, or an irregular time signature. That's fun. Did not expect to hear that in this game. Ah, it's this track, okay. It seems like different tracks have almost like different intros, or maybe the same themes. I don't know. I've kind of been paying attention to the music, but not too, not too attentively. Okay, these two clay molds are finished. How come that gave me like no hunger? Didn't have like 0 servings left. Possibly. It's surprising that sticks are a far more valuable resource in this game than wood is. You need sticks for everything. Almost everything you build, everything you craft requires some sort of sticks. Some amount of sticks. In some part of the process. Did I hear an animal? Huh? And some of this really does sound like that, like 90s new age music, which is kind of a fun vibe. I don't know how many of you, if anyone, is that interested in music, but There are a few albums by Mike Oldfield. One of them is called Platinum, and Tubular Bells Part 2. Those definitely sound quite similar. I'd play them, but that music is like super copyrighted. So I'd get insta banned even if I thought about playing it. I am. Good to hear, good to hear. It happens that I am also very interested in music. Music is my passion. As it is the case for many people. Music is a super tricky thing in the way that a lot of people love music, a lot of people love making music, playing music, but most people cannot make anything that's even close to engaging or listenable in a, sounds cringe, but in an intellectual way where it's not just background music, or as it's sometimes called, music. That's an interesting term you might not have heard. What am I doing? I'm just running around aimlessly, thinking about new age music. The music copyright thing on YouTube has always been a bit stupid to me. It's like, the idea is that it would, playing this music would somehow cause monetary harm or deprive monetarily of income the people who own the copyright, which is like absurd because music isn't consumed like movies. If you showed a movie on stream from start to finish, I'd understand that. Like, most people aren't gonna rewatch a movie. I think most people don't rewatch most movies unless you're a film buff, then you definitely will. But music is something you consume quite constantly. I don't think if there's been like an album that I really enjoy that I don't come back to at least like 10 plus times. If I really like it, I'll listen to it a lot. Because some albums take a long time to digest. So I've been listening to The Downward Spiral by 9 Inch Nails. I really enjoy that album. Kind of feels very relatable, very personal in a way, and that is definitely an album I feel like if you do if you do one listen of that album, you're probably not gonna come away with anything very very like it's not one of those albums you listen to once, is what I'm trying to say. I don't know if there are albums you listen to once that are actually like enjoyable albums. There's something like, I don't know. There have been definitely albums that I've just checked out because I need to for some sort of school project or something that I don't return to. But fairly obviously, I think I've not been the biggest fan of those albums. Frick, I did not want to make a spearhead. Well, I guess that stays there then. Knife blade. Okay. The reason I kind of just wasted time today was because it was a bit too late to go on a real prospecting journey. So it's smarter to just wait for the morning. Though I could, it's not that dangerous to go outside at night. The main problem is probably animals, not even the monsters. Especially wolves, they're so fast. Can't really run away from them. not effectively. Okay, let's see. What is our itinerary going to be? So this was one of the places where you could find a bit of cassiterite. Okay, fuck, this is cassiterite. Yeah, this the saga continues where I can't pronounce the name of that particular mineral. I guess I could check that out. Like all the other surveys I've done of this area there've been nothing there. But I haven't done any here, so I think that could be like there's a mountain there, which mountains are very good for finding materials. Not materials. Well, I guess materials as well, but finding minerals and deposits of ore. I can hear lightning. That's worrying. I definitely also have to look for fire clay, as when I do find cassiterite, tin, I should just say tin, I'll have to make a bloomery after I get an anvil to start forging iron, which is gonna be nice. Now the problem with that is I am not yet seen any native copper. I'll certainly mark this down. That seems to be like a different vein there. Cooper. There we go. From what I remember, fire clay really just spawns on mountains, on cliff sides. Okay, let's see if I can do some prospecting here. Minuscule amounts of tin. Yeah. I'll take another sample, but I don't think this is gonna help us too much. Yeah, okay, basically nothing. Even if it says minuscule amounts, it is possible to definitely still find the deposits there. As a lot of times a place can have very poor deposits, very poor concentration, but there might be like a singular node near the surface. So a lot of times if you find native copper and you actually prospect there, you will find that it doesn't say that there's an especially high amount of copper in the strata. God, I feel so fancy speaking all these fancy geology terms, despite the fact that prospecting isn't an actual real thing, believe it or not. Or is it? Like, I feel like prospecting in this way definitely isn't a real thing. Like surveying is certainly. You know, there are some people whose job is just surveying for different minerals and geological compositions. I always have these lurkers in chat. I wonder what they're doing and who they are. It's interesting to ponder these questions. Maybe I may never know. Minuscule amounts. It's better than nothing. There is definitely a chance I could find them here exposed. You know what? I should name these three mountains that are near my house. So this mountain pass, mountain saddle, I would say. I wonder what I could call it. I'm kind of a mountain geek, so such a thing excites me. Just thinking about naming different geological formations. I know it's very funny, very random. Okay, why is the... there's a rift there. I thought, like, why is the temporal stability really going down? And there's nothing here. Oh, this is also kind of a nice place. I like the color scheme of this place. The andesite rocks remind me of the Dolomites. The Dolomites are not andesite, I think, but we'll roll with it. It looks very similar. The cliffs have a very similar sheen to them. We have high fertility soil here. Would you look at that? I am gonna take it. Because, I mean, at some point I'm gonna have to expand my farm. Oh, I'm starving, Jesus. Okay. Okay, now I understand why it gives such little saturation. It's because it's purely puffball stew, I think. Or was it field mushrooms? I don't know. It doesn't matter actually. But yeah, that would explain why it's not very good. That would certainly explain it. Okay, there's native copper here. I guess I could mine it. Why not? I have a spare pickaxe and a... Copper is still fairly useless to me. Useful to me, sorry, not useless. Jesus. I don't fancy mining conglomerate though. So it's a soft rock. I don't think I can make any tools out of it, so I'd far rather mine andesite here. I should not lose sight of the high fertility soil. Oh, I think I can find it quite easily. It's very distinct. So I've had actually very good luck with the soil in this area. I have so much clay and I have so much high fertility soil I found comparatively to the last time I played my first world. So of course my sample size is quite small, so I don't know what's the norm, but so far it seems nice. And I can indeed use andesite to make tools. Wonderful. It's possible I should make some copper tools as well. Just because, you know, it's not hard to make them, exactly. And it is going to be a worthwhile investment, maybe. Like, yes, I'll soon, hopefully soon, have access to iron. But currently, that is not the case. Let me see how you can make the terra preta, or whatever it is called. So you need bone meal, powdered charcoal, compost. Yeah, okay, that's kind of rough. For those things, you need the pulverizer. Pulverizer 9000. Which is a ways away still. Okay, is this all the high fertility soil here? I would be completely fine with it if it is the case. If that is the case. Sorry. Ooh, shit. My drink. Wait a minute. I am back. Sorry for that. Unforeseen situations happen. Okay, so that was fine. It's a sugar-free drink, so I should be good. Like, it's not gonna become a sticky mess. Like a soda or a beer would. Do you like Weissbier? Weissbier. Yes, I quite enjoy Weissbier. I have some Weissbier with me, actually. Not, it's in the fridge, but I have some Weissbier in the fridge, which I am tempted to drink later on. It's Paulaner Weissbier, which is nice. I do quite enjoy beer. I like a decent beer better than decent wine, decent bottle of wine. Decent wine is pretty meh in my opinion, but decent beer is good. A good wine, however, I would say is better than a good beer most of the time. Okay, there's nothing here. What? Same beer. That's nice. Good to hear. That's quite the coincidence. Okay, so I have borax here. As you can see, it said that the concentration is really bad. However, it doesn't matter, right? Because, like, let's see. I think it said... Okay, I don't know how to open it. That's fine. Yeah, very poor borax, yet you can find some surface deposits, and instantly it becomes... yeah, so, okay, what I wanted to say is that prospecting isn't always the be-all, end-all. It can be very useful to see what's nearby, what you can kind of expect in the area. I don't remember how you can turn on node search. Let's see if I can... Node search. I think you can turn that on maybe somewhere in the... Actually, I don't know where you can turn them on. Let's put on God rays, shall we? I like God rays. Okay, that crashes my game. I'm sorry. Please don't crash the game. I didn't. Okay, I'm not fucking with that anymore. No, thank you. Interface. No, it shouldn't be interface. So let's see. I have the prospecting right. Okay, I'll... Oh, I can change the tool mode. Yeah, that's nice, okay. Should have probably used it a lot earlier. Sorry, I'm fucking slurring my words. Haven't even drinking a single beer and still I'm slurring. Okay. It's a lot more helpful to me. No ore node nearby. Yeah, okay, that's far better. I have to only do one scan. So it might actually be more useful to do the normal prospecting and then the volumetric, if it was it. It's the density, and then use the node one if I have located a place with decent density. Do you have a cat? I have 3 cats, 1 dog, and a rabbit. I used to have a cat. I used to have 2 cats when I was growing up. Now I currently don't have any dogs or cats. I do have 1 rabbit though. I like animals. I really do like animals. Shit. Sorry. I knew I was getting a bit too comfortable, too brave here. Yeah. Caves are no bueno. Not a good idea. Not a good idea at all. Okay, so that mountain there. Well, that's like a very substantial mountain, isn't it? I'm still thinking of what to name the mountains near my dwelling. So usually mountain names come from some sort of visual resemblance to something else. Right, so taking inspiration from that, I guess I should look at some different vantage points and get some sort of general idea. Oh, I just love mountains. It's kind of hard to argue that there are more impressive natural things, in fact, in the world, inorganic things, that are as impressive as mountains are. Orange oak bolete. I quite enjoy those mushrooms in real life, you know? Very easy to identify and very tasty. Kind of a pain to clean though, but that's kind of the case with most mushrooms. There are very few mushrooms that aren't very large amounts of quartz. Okay. There are very few mushrooms that aren't a pain to clean. Even chanterelles, which are like considered extremely simple to clean, take a while, just to get all the dirt and all the detritus out of it. No ore node nearby. Wunderbar. I'm thinking how to count that rhythm there. Oh! Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa. I am very surprised that I survived that. Whoa. That is by far the scariest fall I've taken in this game. No ore node nearby. Okay, I feel like I should maybe do some sort of not node search. Density searching. Very poor cassiterite. Ooh, I do not like this boat turn here. And I cannot hit him apparently. He's gonna kill me if I don't deal with him. Should be fine though. Doesn't have that much health. Yeah. Oh, someone left the chat. That's fine. Decent sphalerite. Now what is sphalerite? It's zinc. Okay. Zinc. Okay, it's at that the poor crystallized chunk. Apparent material andesite. So andesite is definitely the rock to look for. Though it did say it can spawn in any igneous or metamorphic rock. Which I feel is a bit misleading, right? Let's do a small node search here. This kind of feels like some sort of jawbreaker almost. No, or what is rhodochrosite? What? Manganese, okay. And can you actually make anything with it? No, okay. The usual in this game. Find something interesting, can't do anything with it. It do be like that. Really annoying, to be fair. People rag on Minecraft for having useless features, which is, might I add, a very fair critique, one which I have also made. However, a lot of those people would defend this game vehemently. I know it seems like I'm super negative on this game, but I do find it quite interesting. I do like it. It's got its in some ways it has quite a unique personality. Even if that might not seem okay, it's gonna say that there's a very large amount of quartz here. Even if it might not seem instantly like that might be the case. Native silver and quartz. Ooh, okay, I can't find that. You can make bismuth bronze with silver. So I will mark that down. I need to find something to eat. I can eat all my red wine caps, I suppose. I like these subtle, like clock ticking sounds and kind of nods to the fact that this game is at least supposedly about time and temporal things. I don't know how to describe it exactly. It does say it's inspired by Lovecraft, which, you know, I don't see exactly very much, but I guess who am I to say what the game is inspired by? Inspiration doesn't exactly mean it's gonna be visible, be felt in a very like obvious manner. No ore nodes nearby. Wow, there's a huge mountain there. I kind of want to climb it. It seems very doable. I feel like I can do it. I don't know if I can swim up. Okay, I can swim up these streams here. Not these parts though. Not these parts. It seems like if I had enough speed, I maybe could do it. If I break this, yeah, okay, yeah, that works. I found a hack. Surely there's something good on top of this mountain. Spoiler, I don't think there is. So I have to be very careful. Dying here would suck. Getting back here wouldn't be fun. Oh, and I've reached the glacier. Yeah, glaciers don't exactly look like this in real life. In fact, glaciers are kind of dirty looking in real life if you've ever been on top of a mountain and seen glaciers up close. Okay, this is gravel here. Oh, this is the first time I've seen snow. I don't think there's an ore node here. Yeah, no. That's a very interesting mountain here. So I'll have through this small mountain. Okay, there is native copper here apparently. Huh. You know, I'll mark it down. However, there's not a snowball's chance in hell I'm coming back here for this copper. Probably, at least. I find it hard to imagine. Surprisingly enough, I did not get very cold at all up there. So I do realize that this is the wrong rock to look for tin in, because it spawns in andesite. I mean, come on, this is kind of cool, right? I like this. It seems that copper can spawn anywhere, though. Okay. This is not good. So I think if I update this block, it'll fall down, right? Yeah. This looks survivable. It looks survivable, but it's a dangerous game I'm playing here. A dangerous game. Okay, this is fine. Yeah, now I can get down safely. Okay, there's andesite here. Surely. I mean, surely there's something here. Yeah, no chance in hell. Oh, shucks. Nothing here. Nothing ever happens, as the saying goes. This is a great stream game to play if you have your whole entire life story to tell and have had magnificent adventures and stuff, but if you actually want to comment on what's happening, then it's not that interesting. I'll be honest. I know this is the conclusion I've come to every stream, yet I still keep coming back to this game. But I don't want to abandon it just yet. It is kind of captivating. That's the word I was looking for before. This game is captivating, even if it has its major issues. And even if I'm not the biggest fan of it, it is quite captivating. At least for now. It's quartz. Absolutely nothing I can do with that right now. More quartz. Yeah, I remember quartz being super common when I played before. Like, surely you don't need that much of it. I guess they're trying to make it more realistic. Because of the fact that quartz is very common. One of the most common minerals, I think. That borax find is kind of good though. Borax is very useful if I'm gonna be making leather and I think maybe glass even. Like, you'd use borax in glass making in real life, but don't remember if you use it here. It lowers the melting point of glass. I'm pretty sure. Because it's quite basic, right? It's like, it's a pretty strong base, if I remember correctly. I'll check this. I keep making some random statements, but I actually want to check what I'm saying. Borax. To make a basic solution, yeah, okay. Can be used to make a basic solution, so I was correct about that. Woohoo! I got a basic science fact correct. Very impressive. So I'm gonna do a search there, but I fear it's just gonna only recognize the quartz in this area and not anything actually useful. If I wanted to find quartz, I'd just use my eyes instead of prospecting for it. Okay, interesting. It doesn't actually even recognize it here. So maybe node searching isn't actually the best idea if it can't recognize a large node very close by. I'm thinking about maybe streaming more DS3, maybe some hitless run attempts, or at least some routing. Attempts can be a bit annoying to stream because most of the run is always the same. Like you're gonna get hit by some random thing that you usually wouldn't get hit by, and then there's really nothing to comment on as you just mostly do some running. Because you're always gonna pick up the same items, do the same thing, it's not that interesting. I am, however, thinking of running my own hitless run any percent. I'm tired. Okay. So, oh, I got a lot of copper actually from this expedition. I have to go to the restroom. Sorry, guys. Ugh. Ho ho ho, I am back, and I grabbed myself a beer as well. Alright. Where were we? Yes, I need some food before I starve to death. Cause... Let's see, wait. 6 times 4. How much is 6 times 4? Easy maths. It's 24, right? So we can make 6 servings of stew. At the same time, I feel like mushroom stew. Not that great, right? Like, puffball stew isn't exactly the most nutritious thing in this game. Cheers, mate. Indeed. Indeed. I hope I don't get hit with any lightning here. That would surely suck. Okay. Let's make this pit kill here really fast. Sorry, where are my manners? Oh. Oh yes, I need sticks. However, I have no sticks. So, ergo, I must find some sticks. Okay, our plants are growing at a fairly nice rate, I'd say. As the last real viewer, apart from my moderator leaves, I always feel this kind of loss of motivation. It's like I'm just talking to myself. Well, that's what I'm doing anyway, but it kind of starts feeling a lot emptier. Okay, I need something very fast to munch on. Help me out. Okay, this pot is just cooked. And it's not very filling at all. Okay, that I just wasn't what I hoped for, in fact. Okay, that's everything. I'll leave the door open just in case someone needs to find some shelter. Oh, Paul on there makes some of the best beers, I swear. There's not a single beer that I've tasted from them that I haven't liked. That wasn't a bit... I've had some that have been a bit oxidized, but I haven't bought them from exactly the most quality store, you could say. Very budget store, so I guess their storage isn't probably the best. But I do enjoy a good wheat beer. It has a very unique flavor, as I think I've already stated multiple times. Okay, I need sticks. Let's grab some peat. Okay. Piln. We should do some hunting. Beer. I do love myself some beer. Guess there, right? Okay, this boar is sleeping, not dead. That's fine. We can take care of him. Yeah, know what happened with his AI. Ooh, that's a good amount of meat. That's a good amount of meat there. Let's make more oiled hide. Why? I don't know. Let's just do it. So I should be able to make some. Let's see, do I have? Don't have a good amount of mushrooms though. Well, that sucks. Well, we can. Oh, we can make something. Quickly grab some firewood. Should be fine. I need to keep my drinks to the left side of me, otherwise I'm just gonna knock them over while reaching for my mouse. Okay, so what can I do with these bones? I've been wondering that this whole time. Bones. I can make a bone flute. Ooh. So I can apparently... Okay, that's interesting. So I can apparently tame elks in this game. There are sun bears in this game. No freaking way. Sun bears are like the funniest thing. Okay, so I have more. It gives you more hunger rate. It does give you quite good protection, I'd say. Right? Like, or maybe not. I don't know. Like these are really small, really small debuffs. Okay, but you need to hunt quite a few bears for this, so I don't know how useful that actually is. But I can use it to make some better durability tools. You know, I should have looked into it before I could have gotten a lot more bones. Let's just put it that way. Oh, the item ratios are wrong, of course. So you can't... Okay. My bad. My bad. Okay, but I want to check what I can do with pelts. That was something I could do with them. With a medium pelt here. Okay. I can make some lamellar armor. Fur coat. Longbow. Yeah, I need a... Okay, that's rough. I need a saw for that. I really don't want to make a copper anvil just to make like a copper, just to smelt it later. There's like there's not a good reason to do that. Okay, where can I go? So I haven't taken too many readings there. Let's pick up these bones. Them bones. Great song. Hey, this is a sow. So. Okay, so I don't. They're fucking speed boosting each other. It's unfair. Get dinked. Fuck. Okay, we can do this. We can do this. Come on. Really now. Let's go. W's in the chat. Come on, guys. Sorry. We were talking about cringe streamers yesterday, I think. So that should be your cue as to what type of streamer I am. Now that's a good amount of food there. I could make some stew with it and store it in a crock pot. Okay. Shouldn't be. I'm stupid. Sorry. Okay, so I can find some berry bushes here. That'll be good enough that I won't have to return home for food yet. For a while. Okay, there's lead ore here. It's a lead ore, sorry. Let's check kiwi farms first. I want to see if there's anything interesting to talk about there. Tucker Carlson interviewed Nick Fuentes. They both revealed that they thought the other was a Fed. Yeah, I think I saw a clip of that somewhere on the internet. Yeah, I think they both are Feds, to be fair. They're both huge bundles of sticks. Huge bundles of sticks. I don't know if that's a dog whistle you can get banned for on YouTube. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. It's such a well-known dog whistle. There's nothing here. Nothing ever happens. No ore nodes nearby. RIP. high pantalandite. So what's that? Nickel. Can you make with nickel? Nickel plating? What can you do with that? You can place it on the ground. Hell yeah. There's a boat torn there. And I missed. Yeah, that you can't really kite them. They're too fast for that. Bow and arrows aren't worth it. Come on. I remember I had an English teacher, this old woman, and this was years and years ago. But I remember she really liked Nick Fuentes. Not Nick Fuentes, sorry, that would be very strange, but Tucker Carlson, for some reason. She said he's the only good journalist left, presenter left on Fox News. Everyone was just super confused because, I mean, in Estonia, no one watches Fox News. Absolutely no one. You're lucky if you know what Fox News is. That was always funny because everyone was in the class was confused. Not me though, because I was based and red pilled, of course. That was the time when Tucker Carlson was still pretty respected before he split from Fox News and started doing I don't know what even. Started doing propaganda for Russia, I guess. There's nothing here for me. Okay. Flint and clay stuff. I'll have a hard time finding someone stupid enough to mine for that. Minuscule amounts of cassiterite. Poor bismuthine, decent chromite. Chromite is fairly useful, I think, right? Maybe not. You can make chrome solution with it. What you can use chrome solution for, I'm not quite sure. Okay, I really have to look out for my HP here. This is getting a bit spooky. Oh, this wetlands, swamplands biome is pretty nice. It's got claystone, as you would suspect. However, that is not something that's very useful to us. Pink salmon. Hmm? 2 more samples. Sorry, what? I guess it was too close. Very poor cassette, right? Okay, but you're telling me there's a chance that there's some tin here. No. No. Maybe here. No. I have yet to gain a single subscriber from streaming. This is truly sad. I mean, it's like really demoralizing. But at the same time, if you're streaming for something else than just your own enjoyment of talking about random stuff while playing a video game, I think you're doing it wrong, probably. I would like to say I'm doing it because I enjoy talking about what I'm doing. And to a certain extent I definitely do, but at the same time I feel like, you know, speaking to someone about something at least. Since I feel like that's the thing that's clearly very much missing from my day-to-day life. So, finding that it just seems nice, you know? Because I'll be honest, I'm not great at making friends, you know? I'm not an easy person to talk with. So monologuing and having people comment on what I'm monologuing about seems like a good prospect. It's an attractive idea. But it's not that realistic, sadly. Yeah, if I keep at it for years, it'll be realistic in that way, but will I keep at it for years? I doubt it. I certainly doubt it. But you know, I've always enjoyed watching streams. I started with Lobos Jr. when he did a lot of the Dark Souls 1 challenge runs, the randomizer runs, and those were like so enthralling to me. I remember very distinctly when he did the Dark Souls 1 oh my god, Dark Souls 1 randomizer where all the enemies were bosses. I was like, I remember that being one of the most entertaining things I'd ever seen, as sad as that is. One of the most entertaining streams, definitely. But I mean, he's kind of a cool guy to watch because he was very good at doing the accents and impersonation and whatnot, which I really enjoy. But you know, I'd love to do better, but it's not easy. You kind of gotta have it in your blood, right? I used to be good at accents, believe it or not. I used to be quite good at accents, in fact. When I was a wee lad, and I used to practice speaking English a lot more, and used to speak on the internet in English a lot more, in voice chats and whatnot. But as that has like disappeared from my life, my English abilities have certainly gone down. Sorry, I don't know what the hell I'm yapping about. Just something to fill the emptiness in the stream. Because I'm still not finding any, like absolutely no tin. Slowly starting to have the idea that tin doesn't even exist. Okay, so maybe making Copper anvil isn't the worst idea. I'm starting to think that, because then at least I could do something. I could get the copper saw, and that would unlock a whole lot for me. All sorts of woodworking and advanced building stuff would be wide open for me. Is this claystone? No, it's conglomerate. What did I pick up here? I have no clue. You can only store 32 peat bricks. That's sand. Please be an ore. Cracked vessel seed. Come on. At this point, my streams are as long as Tim's. Just 1.5 hour, 2 hour streams. It's hard to stream for a long time if you don't have many viewers, or in fact like no viewers. I still don't know who this one mystery viewer I have is. I hope it's not my brother. That would be very embarrassing. You know, but I wouldn't be surprised. I showed him my YouTube channel for some reason. I shouldn't have done that. It was a bad idea. Because I already am a bad influence on him, so this would only make it worse. Surely it's a random goth e-girl who's very interested in me. Surely. That's my headcanon, at least. Bones. Bones on top of bones. Okay, let's plant this rice here. Okay. Chill out, dude. Jesus, I think it's drifters throwing stones at me. Freaking classic. Okay. I have this hefty red meat stew. This is gonna spoil quite fast. Ooh, not a big fan of that. Is it 'cause everything is wet right now? Is that why it's spoiling fast? Like I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. But at the same time, I kinda don't want that to happen. Okay, let's sleep through the night. Oh. Sorry, I was looking on Discord. Sure, let's just make a lot of oiled hide. I don't need it. I don't think I have a single use for it, but I'm still making it, you know? I'm still making it. Okay, why is that boat torn there? Get off my property! The fuck, he meleeed me! Get the fuck! That's right. That's right. Ah, it's been raining. That's why the moisture is good. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That certainly does make sense. I keep saying this every stream, but I really, really have to build a cellar. Like, really have to build a cellar, because at this point, all my stuff is just gonna go bad. I'm really considering making an iron anvil at this point. Or not an iron anvil, a copper anvil. I know it's not a good idea. Let's do a node search. Sphalerite. Is that worth looking into? I don't know. I don't think so. Probably not. I don't think I can even mine it, in fact. I think you surely need at least a bronze pickaxe for it. Come on. Very poor sphalerite. Sphalerite. Ah. God damn it. No ore node nearby. Oh, fuck you too. I really have to use the restroom again. Sorry guys. Sorry guys. And I am back. Wait, don't tell me I was on mute that whole time. Well, no one's watching anyway, so it's fine. Or one person, one very, very secretive person. And if you are watching, please comment. Please write something in the chat. I'm very interested in finding out who you are. Okay, so we're trying, me and my girlfriend, we're trying a huge, big Halloween gummy XL by Fun Lab. It's a huge pumpkin. We tried their ghost yesterday, and that was very good. So, and this is kind of similar, but the texture is worse, I'd say. The last one was, I think, lemon flavored. This feels like tangerine or orange or something. I think tangerine for me. But to be fair, it's kind of hard to tell if it's in candy form. Oh, there's native copper here. I don't need any more native copper, by the way. You know, it's still good. It's pretty good candy, still. The ghost was better. However, it's nice and soft, you know. It's the texture is so important to gummies. Largely, I'd say more important than the taste, even. Like if you have like Haribo gummy bears, those are super firm and kind of painful to chew, even, I would say. This is nice. Oh my god. Truly this is it. Truly this has tin. Surely. Okay. Please have tin. This is just awful. Oh! That can happen to you if you're stupid like I am and not careful. And eating gummies while playing a video game. That can certainly happen. Why's the music so happy? I'm not happy, goddammit. Why's the music happy? Okay, we took readings from here. It looked like a promising place, but it was not. So this just has quartz in it, once again. Something which I absolutely do not need or care for or want. or require or am interested in or am longing for. Oh, I was super far away from the mic, sorry. I just walked home. God, I'm so stupid. I think I thought I was going deeper. Oh my. Guys, I'm cooked. I'm freaking cooked. I'm not thinking straight, you know? I should really look into how to tag videos and how to have more reach. And no, I'm not doing short form content. I'm not posting stream clips, mainly because there's not really anything to post, and my reactions aren't exactly very camera worthy, but also because it's not really interesting, right? Like I feel like, yeah, I feel like I'm debasing myself by making short form content, so I'm not doing that. Like sure, if I like recorded a solo or something and I posted that would be fine. I have one short posted. It's like some lignite. That's coal. I don't need coal though. There is a chance just walking into a cave will net me some sort of you know, some tin, but the chance is rather small. Nothing. Nothing. Oh, I heard a ram or sheep. Sorry, chickens, I almost threw a stone at you. Yeah, this isn't a good idea, is it? No. Well, there's nothing here. because, repeat after me, nothing ever happens. Righty. Okay, okay, these are certainly andesite cliffs. But that does not mean I'll find anything useful here. Fingers crossed I will. But, you know, I won't, you know. You know, maybe I will, but no, I won't. I did not want to do a node search. I feel like the Dark Souls 3 stream was surely more fun to watch than this. Not that anyone watched it, but my point remains the same. I'm not giving up until I find tin. Tin's quite rare and valuable in real life as well. So it makes sense for it to be hard to find, but I don't care, it's a video game, not real life. It doesn't have to be realistic. In fact, it's not. It's far from realistic. It's very unrealistic. Okay, let's go into this cave. There's a death trap, probably. But, you know, there's a chance I'll find something here. A very small chance. But still a chance. So let's do some density searching here. Very poor cassiter. Yeah, 0.01, that's yeah, I would categorize that as very poor as well, you know? I'm getting desperate. I'm running in here. Although I have like very little health. Okay, so this is not good, you know? Don't remember how you make how do you make a block? I think you needed like clay for that. I can just mine myself lower into this cave. Oh no, the spooky music has started. There's a bow torn there. We do not want to deal with that dude. I wouldn't be surprised if he one-shot me, you know. Sure. No ore node nearby. Well, frick. Okay, so there's not much here. Ugh, that sucks. That really just sucks. Don't even need that much tin. Just like one ore vein. One ore vein, right? Ah, I saw a weird dude there. Please don't turn around. Please do not turn around. Okay, I went past the opening here. Caves are very dangerous in this game. Not worth it to mess with them. So why am I doing it? God knows why. I'm getting desperate, that's why actually. It's quite simple. Nothing. Nothing. Almost fell in this pit. Thank God I didn't. Another cave to die in. Let's go. Let's do a quick survey of this place. And nothing that I need. So I guess this is a place I haven't searched too much. I have only 3 durability left. That's rough. Quartz bits. Not something I need. I'm getting the feeling I might have to start panning for this stuff, which I'm not. I really don't want to do, okay? I really don't want to do that. As it stands, though, it seems like it's like the only feasible way to get tin at this point. I mean, I don't need that much tin, right? I don't know if you can even get tin by panning. Nope, nothing I need here. And my pick broke. So I'll head home. Where is home? Okay, it's there. Wow, I'm in a completely different place than I thought I was. Oh, we have a dust storm. Or I think a sandstorm would be more appropriate of a name. Okay, I have some ground to cover here. Ooh. Man, I'm tired. I've been streaming for 2 hours. That's impressive by my standards. Righty, I am home. And I should make some new food. Food, broy, food. I can make 4 servings of hefty red meat stew. Ooh, ah. And you know what? That's what I'm gonna make. And then that'll be it for today. Let's see if my plants need watering. Nope. Nope, nope, they do not. Carrots will be ready soon. Okay, I think that's it for today. Didn't get too much done, as expected. I just did a bunch of prospecting as usual. And yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. If you did, I am very glad for